In this video, we'll be looking at a very popular gadget folks are adding to their backyard kitchens. Hi, and welcome to the Gadget Talk channel, where we do reviews and how-tos on a variety of gadgets that catch my eye. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. I really appreciate it. Whether it was COVID lockdowns or just some smart product designer fielding the right product at the right time, small backyard pizza ovens have become very popular over the past year or two. You can find these little devices in a variety of price ranges, sizes, and brands. If you've been around my channel much, you'll know that I'm more of a value shopper than a brand name shopper, and today's review stays true to that philosophy. Small garden pizza ovens are powered by either propane burners, wood chips, or pellets. They work a bit differently than a home's oven or even your pellet grill smoker. That difference is temperature. While you'll usually cook a pizza for 12 to 15 minutes at about 425 degrees Fahrenheit, most small pizza ovens will cook your pizza in about 60 to 90 seconds on a pizza stone that's over 900 degrees. We'll talk more about that later. Wood or pellet-fired pizza ovens also provide a nice smoked flavor to your pie. Propane-fired ovens are a bit more convenient. When comparing 12-inch pellet-fired pizza ovens, the name brand oven can be had for about $350 on Amazon, and the Big Horn 12-inch pizza oven we're looking at today is normally about $200 to $220 US. I had mine on my Amazon wish list for a while and was notified when it went on a flash sale, so I got it for about $170. In this video, we'll go through the assembly process, fire it up, and cook a pizza. We'll finish up with listing some accessories you'll want to have available to effectively use your new oven. So let's look at the assembly. So here's what comes in the box for the Big Horn Pellet Pizza Oven. And it comes really nicely packed. Everything came through the shipping process without any problems. The first thing it asks you to do is to use a soft covering on the table. So you see I have a moving blanket on my table. I reversed the oven and then folded down the legs, as you can see here, so that you can get a chance to see in there. Keep in mind that some of the edges on the inside are sharp. I got bit just a little bit on my fingertip because it rubbed it up against a sharp edge. So be careful when you've got your hands inside the pizza oven itself. Other pizzas are milled down, and so they don't present any kind of a threat to you. But there's only about 13 or 14 pieces to this thing. And so you can see we've got the oven itself. The pizza stone is going to go in here. The chimney fits in here. You don't have to do anything to attach to the chimney. It just fits into a little hub and lock kind of thing back here. You find two screws right here. These are 4mm by 10mm screws that we're going to use over here to put in the pellet hopper. This piece fits on top of the chimney to give it some strength when you're not using it, and then it acts, of course, as a little scoop. Here is the ashtray that goes on the bottom of the oven. You can see it's got little ridges here that's going to slide in there. This is the fire tray, and this is the little fire grill that fits in the tray. The handle for the door, and then there are two little accessories here. This little handle you can use in the back of the fire tray or in the back of this little door for the hopper to open it when those pieces are hot. And then it comes with a little metal piece here that you can use to kind of push the pellets down through the hopper toward the fire tray if you found that the fire kind of burned a dome instead of allowing the pellets to fall into the fire tray itself. So I'm anxious to get started putting it together. It should only take a couple of minutes. And so we'll take a couple of pictures along the way and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so here's the pizza stone inserted in the oven. That front edge is one of those sharp edges, so be careful as you manipulate the stone inside the oven so that you don't hurt yourself. The door is an insulated door, and it has a socket or a screw in the assembly of the metal part of the door that the wooden handle simply screws into. A couple of twists, and you firm it up tight. Here you can see the ashtray slid into the little rails that are on the bottom of the pizza oven, and that little handle attachment that is used to move hot things around here with the Big Horn pellet pizza oven. Here you can see the two pieces of the burn tray. The first one that's just kind of laying down against it, you can see the interior piece that allows the pellets to slide onto the grill for good combustion. And then you can see it just kind of pushing out of the back. You can also notice that little clip on the back that they use the little insertion tool to move it in and out when it's hot. Here you can see the hopper installed. It just slides in and then through the second hole deeper in the oven, so make sure that you have it aligned. It does fit nicely, but it needs to go in at a bit of an angle. It's screwed down tight with the included 4 by 10 millimeter machine screws. And so here's the chimney installed. Across the bottom of the chimney is a metal bar that fits into the little brackets in the fitting there that is mounted to the oven. The fitting comes already on, so there's no assembly there. You just drop the chimney in and rotate it a little bit. There are arrows on the housing there that tell you which way to rotate it to get it locked in place. And then the little scoop / chimney cover fits right on top. And here's the door attached to the oven. To attach the door, you bring it up from the bottom under that little lip that you can see right between the horns and the Big Horn embossing there on the door itself. And then it just pushes in from the bottom, and it'll fit fairly snugly to keep heat in the oven. Okay, so there we have it. That whole assembly process, even with taking some pictures, only took about 10 minutes. Again, be careful. Some of the inside edges are a little sharp, so you don't want to cut yourself. Some lightweight cotton gloves might be helpful if you tend to be a little bit of a klutz like I am sometimes. Otherwise, it is easy to put together. And so now let's take it out on the back patio, get it ready, and make some pizza. So I've got a little butane torch here. We're going to start just with lighting the pellets. We're going to try to get them started across a lot of the top. Got that nice smoke coming up. Got that going, and I'm going to slide it into the burn tray. Here we can see that we've got the fire going there in the burn tray. We're going to close that lid and try to get a good draft for the fire to get going. It says 18 minutes, and when we see fire coming out of the chute, we should add pellets into this burn tray. So that's what we're going to be doing now. It's only been 2 or 3 minutes, and we can see we've got some heat coming out of the smokestack and smoke both from the smokestack and leaking around the little pellet bin. I think we're going to be able to put in those extra pellets here in just a couple of minutes. So right now I've got a pretty good fire going. I can see flames coming out of the chute, just like they said. So we're going to open up this back. I can see I've got a nice fire going in there. I'm going to add about 2 scoops into the burner. Having a container of some kind to hold your pellets is probably a smart move. I've got a little flower pot that was out here in the backyard that I washed up. And so now I've got that added, and we've got about another 8 or 9 minutes to get to that 18-minute mark. So this is the first pizza. I need to add some pellets. And my first little problem was my 12-inch pizza peel from Amazon was more like 15, so it wouldn't fit. So we're improvising right here. Looking not too bad for a potential disaster. It's time to get it on the plate and enjoy some dinner. So here are a couple of observations from a pizza cook rookie here with the first cook on this Big Horn pizza grill. First, the pizza was pretty good. I noticed that the less you put on the pizza in terms of weight and volume, probably the better off you are to make sure that everything gets cooked and the crust gets cooked and so forth. The second important observation is that if you're doing this alone, have your pizza pretty much complete before you start the fire here in the pizza grill. Now, 18 minutes sounds like a long time, but when you're managing the fire, waiting for the flame to come out of the top, adding more pellets, you can really go through those 18 minutes pretty quick, just tending to the fire. So if you're cooking solo, having the pizza pretty much ready to slide in as soon as the oven reaches temperature is probably your best bet. A better solution is pizza with a friend. If you've got someone who can either watch the fire or assemble the pizza, you'll be in good shape. Next, unlike a pellet grill, this has a large open burning area, which means it goes through pellets quite quickly. I know with my pellet grill, it's got a small burning cup and it heats the big grill up and it just kind of chews through pellets a little at a time. That's not the case here. This one I'm adding pellets nearly all the time to keep the fire going, and one time I allowed the fire to get a little low and ended up having to use the fire starter again to get the flames going. So managing your fire is going to be a good technique and a good priority for you to make sure that you have the best pizza that you can. And as you saw in the little clip, measure your pizza peel before you put it in. I'll be going out tomorrow to get a new pizza peel that actually fits into the mouth of the oven, despite what the advertising on that brand at Amazon had to say. So let's go back and talk a little bit about the accessories that you're going to need for this and wrap this up. As promised, let's wrap this up with some required accessories and some closing comments. You'll need some accessories to use this oven. You may have to add them to your purchase, or you may have them around the house already. In any case, you'll need them. The first thing you'll need is a 12-inch pizza peel. That's the large flat spatula that you'll use to move the pizza in and out of the oven. Larger peels won't fit through the door, and you'll want to slide the peel into the oven to place or retrieve your pizza. Next, you'll need pellets. These are readily available at places like Walmart, Lowe's, or barbecue shops. Even my local Safeway grocery store has some. Get pellets made for cooking. Heating pellets can have additives that aren't good to consume. You can normally find Pit Boss brand competition blend pellets at Lowe's for less than $20 for a 40-pound bag. Pellets made from a particular wood species are usually between $12 and $20 for a 20-pound bag. Next, you'll need something to ignite the pellets in their burn tray. The easiest way to do this is to use a small butane or propane torch. If you have a kitchen torch for searing or finishing dishes like creme brulee, you're all set. You can also use small campfire starters. Last, you'll need a non-contact thermometer or temperature gun. Be sure to select one that can read beyond 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is especially important when cooking several pizzas. You'll want to make sure that your oven's pizza stone returns to that 900-degree temperature before inserting another pizza. I got the ThermoPro TP30 model. I'll do a separate review on that coming up. I've got several ThermoPro models for different uses, and they've worked pretty well. So far, I'm pleased with the Big Horn 12-inch pellet-fired pizza oven. Weighing in at about 25 pounds, I can see this coming along on camping trips and being a great activity for casual get-togethers with friends and family. As with most new tools, I'm planning on getting some practice and doing some experimenting with this little oven. Look for a follow-on video for some tips and tricks. Again, if you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. And don't forget to use the links in the description below if you plan on purchasing any of the products we've discussed today. Thanks for watching.